2 wins for Laver in 1962. Now, until 1968, pros were not allowed to play in Grand Slam tournaments. When that rule was changed, the Open era began. This, of course, meant Laver was banned from the majors for 5 years of his career. But once the doors opened for professionals, he burst onto the Grand Slam scene. He won the first Wimbledon of the Open era in 1968, defeating top-ranked amateur Arthur Ashe in the semifinal in straight sets, then went on to win the final. Laver would win a total of 11 Grand Slams as both a pro and an amateur at this time, despite being banned from Grand Slam play for 5 of his best years. He won 6 doubles Grand Slams, 3 mixed doubles titles, and he also led his Australian team to 5 Davis Cup victories. One of the best, an icon in Rod Laver. For SiriusXM Sports, I'm Ryan Pate.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg.
SiriusXM presents the National Basketball Association.
Lowry, 3 up top in the bottom of the well. It splashes down, and he's got a chance for one more.
Ochai Agbaji at 24 and Scotty Barnes at 23. The average age of the 5 starters, Jim, is just over 22. They've got a combined 6 seasons of NBA experience. So, yes, a very young starting lineup for the Raptors. And the crazy part of it is, how wild is this, is like Brooklyn is probably just as young, if not younger. So we're going to see a lot of young players, a lot of kids today. This might have more of a G League or Summer League feel to it. And thank the basketball gods for Scotty Barnes' return. So at least these good fans in the building today will be able to watch a real-life NBA All-Star. And look, assuming that Scotty is anywhere close to 100% on that injured ankle, he should feast today because he is just at another level in terms of what he's capable of than most of these young players on the floor today.
Josh, thanks very much. Look forward to the conversation at halftime. So just to continue that, Warren, before I dive into where else we wanted to go, Scotty was only out for about a week, so there shouldn't really be any minute restriction, should there?
No, probably not minute restrictions, but, I mean, it's one thing to practice and, put load on the ankle. It's another thing to play a game on that ankle. So Hopefully it's well taped, but, I mean, I expect Scotty to play. If he's cleared to play, I mean, he's already dealt with a fractured face. So, if he can play through that with a mask, I'm sure, every basketball player has sprained an ankle before. So if he got cleared to play, I'm sure he'll play and play as hard as he can.
Just looked really drastic at the time. We're just happy it wasn't. In terms of matchups here, what do you have circled?
Scotty against Ben Simmons, for sure. I think those are I mean, that's a big matchup in terms of both guys predominantly have the ball in their hands, and they're 2 guys that make decisions. And when you're a decision maker for your group, turnovers, playmaking, how your team sets up in the half court in transition usually falls on his shoulders. And Ben Simmons is that for Brooklyn, and Scotty Barnes is that for Toronto. So I wonder if they'll guard each other. Maybe they'll put Cam Johnson, who's another good defender. Brooklyn has guys who can guard. I mean, the Finney Smith, Cam Johnson, Ben Simmons, they can all defend. It's the other end of the floor, which they struggle to, create offense. But in terms of the matchup, that's the one I have circled to see.
Sounds like you're talking about a Raptors victory.
100% I am.
Yeah.
100%. Thin lineup or not, they don't have any excuses. It's a good lineup they have available. They have size. They're youthful, which means they'll be able to run up and down the floor, and they can use that to their advantage. They have guys that can knock down shots. It's completely within their control to go ahead and win this basketball game. Brooklyn has their own things to deal with. I expect Brooklyn to play hard as well, but the upper hand, in my opinion, they're at home. Toronto wins.
Countdown to tip-off is next. This is Raptors Game Night live from Scotiabank Arena on TSN 1050.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century? That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine. the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
I'm Andrew Burgell.
And I'm Elon Burgell.
At Burgell McGinsey, we know that accidents don't just affect the injured person, they affect their entire family.
We'll listen and help you understand your rights, and we'll fight to get you the compensation you deserve.
For over 50 years, Burgell McGinsey has recovered hundreds of millions of dollars for injured clients and their families.
Let the Burgell McGinsey family take care of your family.
Burgell McGinsey 416-665-2000.
It's a quick assessment at the pharmacy. It's the nearly 100,000 nurses hired since 2018. It's care, when and where you need it. See all the ways we're connecting you to care at ontario.ca/yourhealth. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
Whether it's towing your big toys or hauling gear for the job site, the Toyota Tundra handles it all without breaking a sweat. By the end, you'll be standing there wishing you could high-five that truck. That's what we call being Tundra-struck. It's time to be impressed. It's time to Toyota. Lease a 2025 Tundra 4x4 Crewmax SR from $141 weekly for 28 months at 4.99% with $5,800 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca for your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
A Tim's Donut and Coffee is the original collab. And right now in Toronto, any classic donut is $1 when you buy any size original or dark roast coffee. Get a deal on the iconic duo with a Tim's Dollar Donut. Plus tax at participating restaurants in Toronto for limited time. Terms apply. See app for details.
This holiday season, you have the power to make a meaningful difference in your community. Support Trillium Health Partners, and when you donate, your gift will be matched, doubling your impact at your local hospital and allowing countless patients to get a fresh, healthy start to their new year. Together, we can ensure that everyone receives the care they need to thrive. Visit trilliumgiving.ca to donate now and create lasting change that will extend well beyond the holidays.
Jim, sweetie, it's me, Dawn, on the radio. Please don't get me earrings again this year. I have a jewelry box full of them. I love them, but all I really want is a gift certificate to Thermea Spa Village. And who knows, if you get a gift certificate for 2, I might even make you my +1. Okay, love ya. This holiday season, give your loved ones what they really want. Give the gift of Thermea. Visit thermea.com/whitby to purchase a gift certificate. Take good care.
Golfers, Boxing Day is starting early at Golf Town with up to 50% off. Get your hands on last-minute savings on gifts from the biggest names in golf. TaylorMade, Nike, Titleist, Cobra, Adidas, Garmin, and more. Looking for unbeatable deals? How about $200 off Cobra Dark Speed drivers, 50% off apparel, or Srixon Z-Star golf balls for just $34.98. Swing by your nearest Golf Town or shop now on golftown.com to save today. Golf Town's early Boxing Day sale is on now. Some exclusions apply.
This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
And continuing at home tonight, it's the Brooklyn Nets in town. Raptors coming off a squeaker loss the other night to Chicago by 1 point. And the Nets limp in on a 3-game skid. What does it all mean? Well, let's go to Jonesy and Javon for their accounts and descriptions. Jonesy, opportunity here.
Yeah, here are the starters for Brooklyn.
Out of Georgia, a 6'11 center, number 33, is Nick Claxton. From Tennessee, a 6'4 guard, number 45, is Keon Johnson. And out of Louisiana State, a 6'10 guard, number 10, Ben Simmons. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets is Jordi Fernandez.
All right, there are the Nets, the starting 5 for Brooklyn. And as you heard from Herbie Kuhn, their head coach, the man that guided the Canadian national team to a bronze medal in the World Cup 2 years ago, or well, in the 23 calendar year, Jordi Fernandez. Dorian Finney-Smith and Cam Johnson were the starters that you did not hear. They were the ones before Claxton, Johnson, and Ben Simmons. Lights down, and the Raptors set to be introduced in a game where, well, if you believe anything about the people that set lines and make odds, the Raptors are actually favored here. But Javon, you and I pointed it out. We pointed it out that the Nets struggled without Dennis Schroeder. Now, they've had a little time to practice since, but that's tough when you're missing the guy that normally runs and orchestrates your offense.
Yeah, they've got to redefine themselves now without Dennis Schroeder. And it's not even just about that he facilitated and orchestrated the offense. It's Dennis Schroeder gives you a toughness, right? He's similar to Draymond and puts a battery in guys' back.
All right, time for the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Let's go to center court and hear from Strizzy, Mark Strong with Toronto starters.
He started from Kansas City, wearing number 30, the young guy on the front line. This is Ochai Abaji. From Dallas, Texas, rocking number 14. Make some noise for Jacoby Walter. From West Palm Beach, Florida, bringing you that rookie mojo. Make some noise for Jonathan Mogo. The kid from Kansas, wearing number 1. You know the name. Give it up for Grady Dick. And your Raptors NBA All-Star at 6'8" from Florida State. Make some noise for your boy, Scotty Barnes. Head coach of the Toronto Raptors is Darko Rajakovic.
All right, there are the starters for the Raptors that come in at 7-20 and desperate to get a win here on home floor. The starting lineup you just heard introduced for the Raptors was driven by Subaru. Enjoy winter to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer to book a test drive today. The veteran Derek Richardson, Eric Dalen, and dare I say Fred VanVleet's favorite referee, Ben Taylor, will officiate tonight. Raptors wearing the purple throwback 30. And I got a little, they got the Vince Carter 2000 uniforms on. Chris Bosh wore those. Oakley, Antonio Davis. What an era. What a great era. And I saw some of the members of the past dance packs in the house. And I got a surprise, Javon. I'm not leaving at halftime. They're going to stick around because I'm going to see, you're going to throw back to 1998. And I want to see Taddy doing his Tootsie Roll up there. Let me see a Tootsie Roll. Maybe Warren can teach him.
That man might throw out his back.
Was Warren, how old was Warren in 98? I know Warren was a youngster doing Tootsie Roll, so that's good. I'm good with that. The Nets will wear white. The Raptors, as we described in those throwback purples. And Mobile will step in and jump it up with Nick Claxton. Ben Taylor steps into the jump circle. And we are underway. Brooklyn wins the tip and brings it front court from right to left toward Bay Street, the end where their bench is situated. Mobile with a steal on the entry. Breaks out on the run. Has it knocked out of bounds, but the Raptors get the possession. Mobile with good deny early on.
The right start, right on the defensive side of the floor. Mobile, the intensity and awareness right out the gate to get that deflection, get out in fast break. Didn't convert, but the Raptors retained the basketball for another possession.
Mobile at the nail, drives on Claxton, kicks it out. Grady, three, bang in the bottom of the well. Don't help off Grady, he'll make you pay.
A good pass to the high post. Grady creates the angle and the gap for the pass and just shot ready.
Ben Simmons being guarded by Scotty Barnes. Cam Johnson into the lane to Claxton, kicks it out. Keon Johnson, open corner three, no good. Rebound, Jacoby Walter. Front court, here comes Walter. To Barnes into the corner. Grady drives, cut off by Johnson and fouled. And that'll Be a Toronto side out of bounds. Grady very aggressive with his attack.
And everybody playing off a split-second pop, right? Starting with Mobile, the deflection early. Grady knocks down his first shot, and then the attack here to pick up the foul.
And Grady playing give and go with Scotty. And they've got the foul on Keon Johnson. Grady beat him on the give and go cut. Somewhere John Beeline is saying, jump to the ball. Jump to the ball. Barnes. And they got an offensive foul. It'll go on Grady.
Johnson doing a good job there, just to face, denying him, topside denying Grady, just not allowing him to come get back to the basketball. Like you mentioned, he started out extremely aggressive in this game and commands so much more attention.
Johnson brings it up for Brooklyn. Raptors up 3-0. We're 1 minute in, first quarter. Dorian Finney-Smith. That's it to Ben Simmons, far side, above the arc. Gets a switch. Bobo now jumps out. They find Finney-Smith. Kicks to a driving Ben Simmons, lays it up. Grady up top, gets it to Barnes. Scotty to Jacoby Walter, far side. Drives into the lane. Kicks to Mobo. On the bounce, near side, up top to Scotty, straight away into the corner. Jacoby Walter, shot clock at 5, gotta go on Cam Johnson. Turns, puts it up, blocked, swallowed up. Here comes Brooklyn.
Made a tougher shot, took a tougher shot. You could hear Scotty screaming to Jacoby to take the first one out at the three-point line.
Ben Simmons in the lane, misdirection step, uses the strength, floats it up and in. 4-3 Brooklyn. Abaji to Grady, near side, shot fake, drive, kick to Ochai. Corner three is up, no good. Rebound on the weak side to Cam Johnson. Front court to Ben Simmons. 9:55 first quarter, 4-3 Brooklyn. Simmons to Johnson, far side, above the arc. Kicks to Finney-Smith, his corner three is good. Brooklyn goes up 7-3.
Finney-Smith, somebody you have to get out to, shooting 45% from the three-point line.
Ben Simmons deflects it out of bounds, a pass intended for Grady. So it'll stay with Toronto. It's 7 straight for the Nets after the 3-0 start by Toronto. Grady will inbound in front of the Raptor bench. Raptors in the purple and black coming left to right. Mobo turns, jumper in the air, got it over Nick Claxton. Raptors cut the lead to 7-5.
Scotty just talking the game to all the guys, right? Grady didn't cuts off of Mobile. You can hear Scotty screaming, by yourself, by yourself. Mobile doing a good job listening, taking the shot.
Johnson gets it to Simmons, far elbow, right side. Kicks it near side in the pocket. Johnson drives. Abaji cuts him off. Barnes over to block the shot. Loose ball knocked away. Here comes Toronto. Mobo up the near side. Gets it to Barnes. Scotty on Cam Johnson. Drives, gets into the lane. Turnaround elbow jumper, no good. Grady with a stick back jam. Oh, we're not in Kansas anymore as Grady comes flying in to flush it down. Back comes Brooklyn. They lob it to Claxton, who lays it home. 9-7 Nets. Good pace early on. Scotty on the bounce. Step back three over Cam Johnson, no good. Rebound, Abaji can't squeeze it out of bounds into the Raptor bench. It'll be Brooklyn ball. Grady put a charge into the crowd with that stick back jam.
And just as soon as Scotty was at the free throw line and got into his pump fake, you could see Grady getting that running start from the left side corner.
Johnson up top. Three in the air, no good. Rebound, Mobo. 8-18 first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans. Abaji, three above the break. Far side is down the bottom of the well.
Big time shot, but Mobo, good job in transition. Right, gets to the post, has a smaller Johnson on him, forces the defense to shrink and kicks it out to Abaji for the knockdown.
Offensive foul. Ben Simmons dribble handoff, pivoted into Grady. So turn it over, give it to Toronto.
Ben Simmons moving that big body. Got to stay still on them screens.
Raptors starting a group on the floor. Average age is 22 years, 187 days, and now we've got a foul as Grady ended up on his wallet on the far side. Foul goes on Keon Johnson. Grady to inbound far side on the hash mark left wing. Gets it to Jacoby Walter. Out of Barnes, straight away. Top of the lane. Lobs to Momo for the jam. Timeout, Brooklyn.
Scotty with a tremendous pass, but I'll tell you who really creates that play is Grady with a solid screen, a wide base in the backside of the defense, and that allows Momo to roll to the rim, and Scotty has a clear path to pass. Momo for two.
Let's take a break. 7:42, first quarter. Toronto 12, Brooklyn 9. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
What the flock?
Excuse me?
What the flock? These wings are amazing.
What the flock? I mean, what are you talking about?
What the flock wings? Try one.
These are delicious. I bet the kids will love them.
Yeah, but maybe we should call them WTF wings in front of the kids?
Seriously?
Oh, yep. Now I'm hearing it.
Get the What the Flock family combo. 20 wings, garlic bread, large potato wedges, 4 cans of pop, served with celery, carrots, and 2 dips for just $46.99. Order now on Uber Eats or skip the dishes. Or visit WTFlockWings.com.
Discover more value this holiday at Loblaws. From now until December 24th, get cap-off rib roast for only $8.88 a pound. And get 400 grams of select Black Diamond cheese bars for only $4.88. Shop in-store or online today. Conditions apply. See flyer for details.
Dash for deals at PetSmart. Now through December 24th, save $10 now and $10 later on select large dog food bags. Save $8 now and $8 later on select large cat food bags. Plus, save 50% on holiday products. See stores or PetSmart.ca for complete details.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
12-9, Toronto, 7:42 to go, first quarter. No RJ Barrett, no Jakob Poeltl, no Davion Mitchell tonight, and for TSN 1050, no Owen Hall.
Man down.
Although I gotta rebuke my man Matt Cause. He been calling Owen like Joel Embiid all week because he's been out. Like, come on, man. He's more like AC Green, the Iron Man. He ain't missed a game in forever. So, Owen, get well, man. And we can't wait for you to get back into your chair. Although it's being ably held down tonight by JP Ricciuto, producing this, I was going to say, monstrosity, calamity, award-winning production. JP at the helm. Malcolm Daly, his board operator, Josh Lippa alongside us, Cameron Moore up top, looking after Taddy Ward and Lewinberg. Brooklyn ball, front court in the white, coming front court, right to left. Cam Johnson, 3 up top is good. Game tied at 12 as Johnson knocks it down. Barnes, front court for Toronto. Holding, now gets it to Grady, right out near the timeline. Back to Scotty, guarded by Ben Simmons. Gets his switch now. Being guarded by Jalen Wilson. Barnes into the lane. Abaji, shot fake, drive. Floats it up, no good. Lots of contact, no call. Here comes Brooklyn. Johnson, far side, right wing above the arc. Left hand to the middle. Kicks it into the far corner. Finney Smith, shot fake, drive, kick out. Wide open 3 for Johnson up top, no good. Rebound knocked away. Toronto has it. Abaji runs it down. Here comes Jacoby Walter up the near side. Right wing. Gets to the basket. Floats it up and in. Man.
Heck of a scoop.
Went underneath the outstretched defender with the inside hand close to the rim. The left hand scooped it up and in.
He looks comfortable doing it in stride, in and out, and the scoop putting enough air on it to soft touch off the glass.
14-12 Toronto. And now screen and roll sequence. It is knocked away from Ben Simmons. Jamal Shed in, Scotty Barnes out. Shed was real good in the last game against Chicago.
He was.
Johnson, Cam Johnson up top. Dorian Finney-Smith, 3, no good. Rebound Claxton. Squares up on Mobile, gets into the lane and is fouled. Mobile a little bit too much respect there, backed off, and Claxton ate up the space.
Well, you got to do your work early, right? It's not just when Claxton gets the basketball, but even on closing out the possession, right? If Brooklyn doesn't get an offensive rebound on that possession, then you don't get another opportunity. So Raptors collectively, and that was one of the keys that we spoke about early on, is that, you know, when you're playing smaller, they are right now with Mobile, Baji, Grady, Shed, and Walter on the floor, right? Everybody's got to do a more conscious effort boxing out. As soon as the shot goes up, and it sounds cliche, it sounds grade school basketball, but the shot goes up, got to find the body. If you can't get the basketball, then you got to make sure that you're blocking out your matchup so that somebody else can corral it.
Claxton makes one free throw, so the Raptor lead is 14-13. 5:53 to go, first quarter. Raptors in the purple and black, coming left to right. Shed, Mobo, Grady Dick, Jacoby Walter, and Ochai Agbaji on the floor for Toronto. Mobo, step back, jumper in the air, no good. Rebound, Ben Simmons. On the lob, Simmons to Claxton, too far. Goes over his head, here comes Toronto. Grady on the run, into the lane, puts it up, partially blocked. Claxton got a piece. Jalen Wilson, 3-ball near side, no good, long rebound to Simmons. Drives, floats it up and in with the right hand.
You've got to keep Ben out of the paint. That's another offensive rebound that leads to that.
15-14. Brooklyn by 1. Shed gets it to Grady. Near side. On the dribble, into the lane to Mobo. Kick to Shed. Sets for 3, no good. Rebound, Finney-Smith. Here comes Simmons on the run. Near side. Up top, gets it to Johnson. Underneath, trying to get it to Claxton, and the Raptors were fronting, and they're going to get the foul on Toronto.
Well, Abaji's telling the officials like he didn't have him wrapped around the hip. Nick Claxton had deep, low post positioning. I thought Agbaji was doing a good job fighting and using his feet. Obviously, the officials seen something a little different.
So Raptors make some subs. Boucher, Olynyk into the ball game. Corner 3, Jalen Wilson, no good. Long rebound to Grady. Finds Agbaji on the drive, floats it up, no good. Boucher can't corral the rebound. Here comes Brooklyn. Johnson, down low to Finney-Smith on Shed. Double comes, pass into the far corner. They kick it up top. Deep 3 in the air, no good from Shake Milton. Rebound taken down by Clowney, but he's fouled. And that will send him to the line for a couple of free throws. Noah Clowney, second-year player out of Bama. Brooklyn picked him with the 21st selection in 2023. And now Darko wants a timeout, so we'll step away too. 4:06, first quarter, 16-14 Brooklyn. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head. Beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Buy gifts with MasterCard Click to Pay faster than your family can unwrap them. Get 4% CT money when you use your Triangle MasterCard on qualifying purchases at Canadian Tire, Sport Check, and Marks. Conditions apply to collecting CT money. Visit triangle.com for details.
TSN and TSN Plus take you courtside, showcasing the NBA's biggest stars.
Bang! Steph Curry! Oh, blocked by James!
From opening tip through the NBA Finals.
Anything's possible.
The NBA lives on TSN and TSN Plus.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
.406 first quarter. Raptors trailing the Nets 16-14. Toronto outscored 7-2 between the two timeouts. They had a 12-9 lead at the last break. Neither team burning it up from the floor.
Not at all, not by any means. Brooklyn shooting 40% from the floor, and Toronto Raptors 37.5.
So let's see if Toronto can kind of crank it up a little and get it going. Good crowd tonight. They seem more active and willing participants right now. Noah Clowney on the free throw line, made 1 of 2 before the break. Second one is good too, so it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead, 17-14. Nets with a little token pressure, slowing the Raptors down, coming front court, left to right. Brooklyn into the zone. Olynyk at the free throw line on the lob to Abaji. Ochai goes to the top floor and sends it down.
Quick reads, right? At 2-3 zone, you get back, hit the high post, and Abaji's coming out of that right corner right away as soon as that ball is in flight on the way to Kelly for the pass.
It's a good way to break the zone. It'll get him out of it in a hurry. Milton drive, and they got an offensive foul. It'll go on Daron Sharp. So the Nets turn it over. Jamison Battle in, Ochai Agbaji out. 3:37 first quarter. Nets with a 17-16 lead.
Raps with a bit more size with this lineup as Scotty checks back in with Kelly and Chris Boucher. Scotty playing the 3 in this lineup.
Shed up top, on the bounce, into the corner. Boucher, shot fake. Up top to Shed, into the lane. Great kick to Boucher, 3 in the air, no good. It's a great play by Shed, great read. Chris can't knock it down. Front court, here comes Clowney. Wrestling match on the block, Sharp and Battle. Sharp drives, oh, and the block by Battle. And a late call by Ben Taylor. Fans don't like it. Darko saying, my guy went straight up, and it took the shooter took the path of the ball into his hands to cause the foul. Well, Sharp, not so sharp. Missing his first free throw of the season. He was 12 for 12 before that. Second one good. Brooklyn up 18-16. Here comes Olynyk, front court. Gets it to Barnes. Scotty. Cross court battle. Swing to Shed. Stutter dribble into the lane to Boucher. Open corner three, no good. Rebound Olynyk. Kicks it up top. Barnes, deep three, good. Down the bottom of the well. Scotty from long range, man. He shot that one from Bay Street.
You can tell Scotty's getting a lot more comfortable shooting the three, right? Just knows he has the green light to play, and even on that three, about 30 feet out.
Wilson three is going to be short. You could tell as soon as it left his hands. It careens out of bounds, so it'll be Toronto basketball leading 19-18, 2.5 first quarter. Olynyk tries to get it to Barnes. It hit Shed by mistake and now turned over. Here come the Nets. Wilson drives into the lane, kicks it cross court. Deep three in the air, no good. Rebound Wilson, puts it up, no good. Rebound Barnes, and he can't handle it, knocked out of bounds. So it'll be Brooklyn basketball. Far side, right wing. Sharp in the lane, and they got a foul, and I think they got him on the...
Got him on that left elbow as he's spinning to get to the right hand down the basket. Got Kelly in the chops. Kelly did a good job selling it as well. Might have an acting career after this.
19-18 Raptors with the lead, and they'll bring the ball front court. 2:02 to go, first quarter. Scotty up top. Gets the switch on Sharp. Down low to Olynyk. Turn, up fake, kick to the corner. Battle, three, bang in the bottom of the well. Kelly Olynyk with a great kick out. That's where the kick out works, because I did think Kelly might have been in some duress there. They were on him.
Kelly's good. That's one thing Kelly's going to do is find you, right? Great passer, 3 assists already here today.
Shed with a deflection. Raptors on the run out. Shed to Barnes for the jam. Jamal Shed all over that one with the deflection.
He's just fun to watch.
I love watching him.
He's fun to watch. He gets excited about playing defense.
He does.
Doesn't even get the 2 points on the other end. When Scotty dunks it, he's already in the air celebrating.
He got the deflection. He got the assist. He's like, come on with it. Milton got Olynyk in the air and went airborne. And they're going to get the foul on Kelly, even though Shake Milton leaned in. But I'm with you, Javon. I guess as basketball guys, we can see that. Yeah, when a kid sits in his chair and he's clapping his hands and saying, come on, let's play some defense.
Listen, his second jump, Scotty dunked that basketball, and he was up with Scotty, and his second jump was higher than Scotty, and he was not even there to play.
Listen, I was a guy who had to file an application to take a shot, so I had to play defense, but I just love those kids that you see them, they sit in their chair, they clap their hands, they look you in the eye and say, I'm going to guard you.
Yeah,
you can give me what you got, I'm going to be there.
And that's a skill, too, especially in an era where he's come up in an era where scoring is what everybody focused on, right? And for him to just have played his career on the defensive end of the floor and just love that, like that is actually an innate skill itself.
Well, Kelvin Sampson, baby. 24-20 Raptors, 1 minute, first quarter. Barnes up top, drives, kicks it near side, too high for Boucher. Even Chris needed a fishing net to catch that one. And it goes out of bounds. Not even in the first row. It cleared the boards. It cleared the boards. I think it spilled somebody's drink.
Yeah, you can tell somebody doesn't miss chest day in the weight room.
Yeah. Front court, Jalen Wilson, drive into the lane. Stops. Still in the lane, gets it to Sharp, who floats it up and in. (24-22) Raptors, 32 seconds, first quarter. Olynyk into the lane, kick to Battle, corner three, no good. Rebound Sharp. Front court gets it to Milton. The veteran Shake Milton out of SMU in his 7th year. On the bounce against Shed. On the logo at center, a step inside the midcourt stripe. Game clock at 8, shot clock at 5. They gotta go. Milton drive, Battle picks him up. Floater by Milton, up and in.
That's a tough shot.
Very tough shot.
Good switch between Shed and Battle, and Milton just acrobatic off balance. better offense.
Boucher, deep three, no good. As the Raptors squeeze one off just before the end of the quarter. And we're tied at 24 after the first lap. Let's take a break. Second quarter. When we come back, Brooklyn 24, Toronto 24. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant... never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for just $5 each.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during this Toronto Raptors matchup. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a minute to hit that like button down below. Give us that thumbs up so that we can bring more basketball fans here into the chat to hang out with us and keep making a difference in our community. Now, the Raptors are doing a little bit better lately. The tank might be off. So if that's the case, we're going to need you guys to hit that like button and hit that share button as well, so we can get more fans in here to cheer on our Raptors to make a playoff run. Let's go, Raptors. We'll see you back in the chat.
Second quarter about to start. Second quarter brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. 24 apiece. It'll be Raptor ball coming front court, left to right in the old school throwback. Vince Carter, Del Curry, Charles Oakley, Antonio Davis, Kevin Willis. Purple in the front, black on the back. Abaji, Boucher, Olynyk, Battle, and Barnes. Scotty front court. Gets it to Olynyk, near side. Back to Scotty on the drive. Back into the lane, finds Olynyk, a little inside basketball.
Yeah, Scotty made a heck of a pass because they waited for him as he was going to attack the basket. Kind of two players walled him up and just zipped that thing through to Kelly. Tight space. Good catch by Kelly for the finish.
Milton straight away. Gets it to Clowney, near side, left wing. Brooklyn in the white, coming right to left toward Bay Street, and they got the foul on Boucher.
That's the type of defense you want from the Raptors, right? Unfortunately, you pick up a foul in the last 3 seconds of the shot clock, but Brooklyn didn't touch the paint for the first 21 seconds of that shot clock. So if you're the Raptors, you can keep them on the perimeter, right? Contest shots from the perimeter, and nobody touches the paint where it forces defense to collapse or create any advantage. You've done your job.
Up top, Wilson kicks it far side. The three ball, no good. Rebound, Brooklyn. And then the jump hook by Claxton is no good. Here comes Boucher. Up the near side, right wing. Gets Barnes on the flash cut in the lane. Against Jalen Wilson, all alone. Scotty gonna back down, go to work. Shoulder shake, fall away is good.
That's 6'8", 236. I knew he had the matchup, right? Eat some of this left shoulder, create that little gap, just enough distance where, just enough space for him to get up the shot.
Took his time.
Patience.
Toronto up 28-24 until that one where Claxton gets it to crawl over the rim. Raptor lead cut to 2. Boucher back to Olynyk. Scotty says, I'm going down in the low hole again. Gets the ball against Wilson. Backs him down. Shoulder shake. Fall away over the other shoulder, this time no good. Rebound Milton. Comes Brooklyn, front court. Milton tried to get it into the corner to I was going to say that it looked like Simmons, but it's not. Same facial resemblance as Tyrese Martin, the two-way player. Ball knocked away, and Brooklyn covers it up. They'll call a timeout to keep the possession. We'll take a break. 10:06 first half, 28-26 Toronto. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Firefighter Finn McHose, that's a nickname, right? Needed help contending with a blaze of debt. He called Alpine Credits and a superhero was sent his way. Summoning water, she extinguished the fire and consolidated his debt into one low monthly payment. His floors may be wet, but his debt is under control. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Fiscal license 12616.
Sleep Country presents Holidays at Chris's house. Emily unwraps the pony she wanted. And here's Chris opening holiday socks again. Got gifts like Chris? Then Sleep Country's Boxing Week deals are for you. Get mattresses from $339 until Sunday only. Ask about our unbeatable price guarantee and enjoy a free gift with purchase for a limited time. Speak to a sleep expert for details. Get the gift you really wanted during the Boxing Week event at Sleep Country.
I'ma go harder than most. TSN and TSN Plus are your home for the National Lacrosse League on NLL Friday night. And get even more action on TSN Plus with every game all season long. What a play!
Discover more value this holiday at Loblaws. From now until December 24th, get cap-off rib roast for only $8.88 a pound. And get 400 grams of select Black Diamond cheese bars for only $4.88. Shop in-store or online today. Conditions apply. See flyer for details.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
28-26. Raptors with the lead over the Nets. We celebrate the 30th anniversary on an ongoing and continual basis over the course of this Raptors season. Toronto right now leading the Nets 28-26, and it was these same two teams November 3rd, 1995, as the Raptors tipped off their basketball journey. It was a 94-79 win over the Nets that night at the Sky Dome. First basket, a three-pointer made by Alvin Robertson. Brooklyn ball, far side, they inbound. On the right wing, in the white, they are coming right to left toward Bay Street. The ball knocked out of bounds, so they said, take a second off the shot clock.
Official Eric Dalen, he looks like he's about 6'5" out there.
Yeah. Takes the ball on the inbound. Gets it to Martin up top. The three ball banked in. Man, that was a slap shot from Martin.
Yeah, he flew off that screen though. Nick Claxton set a good one. Martin just came off and got his feet set quick. I don't know if he called bank, but he got it.
Olynyk to Battle. Battle says, take this one without the bank. Three ball by Jamison Battle in the bottom of the well. 31-29 Toronto. Claxton up top to Milton. Turns the corner into the lane to Claxton. Floats it up. No good. Rebound Olynyk.
That was good help by Chris Boucher on the drive, coming from a strong side, stopping the penetration and getting back out.
Abaji, three, far side. No good. Had a good look. Great delivery by Olynyk. Here comes Brooklyn front court. Milton on the drive. into the lane, floats it up for Claxton, knocked away by Olynyk, out of bounds.
So what they're doing right now, Kelly's staying home in the ball screen, right? Not helping as much on the driver, and they're getting that help from the strong side. It's twice now that Chris Boucher's come over and help. The first time a little hard, a little stronger. This time a bit more shallow.
Brooklyn ball on the inbound. Tyrese Martin floats it up, no good. Long rebound, Olynyk. Outlet Boucher. Gets it to Olynyk, near side, fires a three, no good. Long rebound, Claxton on the dribble, and he's fouled by Olynyk. And Claxton has been ejected from the game.
Night-night.
The rule is whenever you throw the ball or kick the ball into the stands, you are ejected. Yep, Ben Taylor, he's on that one. That's the rule. As everybody looks around perplexed, it prevents from what Chuck Person used to do back in the day, taking the ball and kicking it like he was trying out for the New York Jets punting team. I think it was a quick...
Well, he just picked up one of the seats. One of the cushions in the seat, was about to throw it as well. He's having a day.
I think that was a rather quick call by Ben Taylor.
Rule is the rule.
That's the rule.
And I don't think that foul was hard enough to warrant that.
No.
Or whatever he's frustrated with. But to then throw the basketball into the crowd and pick up the cushion and attempt to throw it as well. He's lucky the coaching staff stopped him.
That's one of my, on the back sheet of my notebook, these rules you should know just in case it happens, right? It's kind of like Barnes makes the free throw. It's kind of like the fire drill. You got to know where the book is for attendance when you take all the kids outside. Make sure nobody's left it. Just a little thing you got to be aware of. Yeah, back in the day, people like Chuck Person would get a foul call on him and take it and punt it, literally. Looked like a kicker for... Looked like a kicker for the Jets or the Colts as he was in Indy. And they said, no, you're not doing that anymore. Anytime you throw or kick the ball into the stands, bye-bye. So Raptors got their technical foul shot. Barnes made it. And then now Brooklyn took their free throw, and they get the ball back after the foul. Deep three, Jalen Wilson short, no good. Back comes Toronto. Olynyk up top. Grady near side, left hand to the middle to Olynyk. It's knocked away, a kick ball. So it'll be the Raptors ball near side, right wing. Shed up top. Grady three, no good. Long rebound. Here comes Brooklyn. Simmons on the lob to Sharp, and they got a block on Grady.
Grady had the right idea there, right?
Yeah.
But you got to give Sharp space to land, right? The right intention, get into the spot, and putting your body on the line. Ben Simmons with a tough pass as guys are on the move, as Sharp is on the move, puts enough air under it. Tough timing for Grady. But you know what I appreciate, and I like the fact that he's sticking his nose in there, because that's a big body that he's taking that charge on.
Front court, Sharp. Off to Cam Johnson. On the lob to Simmons, knocked away by Abaji. Here comes Toronto. Boucher gets it to Shed, to Abaji down the lane. What a pass by Shed.
That's big time. Big time pass, big time run, and Shed doing a good job just waiting a split second to allow Abaji to get ahead of the defense and to get a clear look at the layup.
Corner three in the air, good by Noah Clowney. 34-32. The Raptor lead is 2 with 7.5 to go. First half. Shed to Mobo. steps back, deep three, no good. Rebound knocked away. Boucher dives to save it. Gets it to Mobo, kick out Shed. Into the corner to Grady. Up top, Abaji for three. Good! Great hustle by the Raptors. Boucher starts it off. And the three in the bottom of the well from Ochai.
Hustle, energy, extra plays, extra passes, and finding a good shooter at the three-point line.
Simmons in the lane, floats it up, no good. Sharp, 2 tips, no good. Gets the rebound again, muscles it up, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Brooklyn ball.
Sharp, he a little frustrated, was under there battling it, throwing around his body, and had a couple words for referee Eric Daly in the corner there. But I don't think he knows that Eric stands about 6'6". He's not concerned with anything coming out of Sharp's mouth.
I have to look at Eric Dalen's bio. I know that Kevin Cutler played at Towson State. A lot of these guys, I mean, Leon Wood was on the Olympic team with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys, they know basketball. They come to basketball. Ben Taylor.
Shed has picked up right where he left off last game. That same intensity. And you know what? He's unselfish on the offensive end. And it's not just his on-ball defense that's impressive, right? Right now he's coming off a screen, getting into the hip of the defense. And because of that, the screener is trying to find him, right? And when you're trying to find the defense, chances are you're going to pick up an offensive foul, excuse me.
So the Raptors have a 37-32 lead as they come front court. In the lane, Jacoby Walter has the shot blocked. Here comes Cam Johnson, his pass knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Finney-Smith. Keon Johnson into the corner. Cam Johnson on the bounce against Grady. Drives baseline, Grady cuts him off. They swing to Finney-Smith, corner three is good.
He's automatic. Cam Johnson knew that. As soon as he gets into the paint, didn't force up a tough one. Finney-Smith flattening out on that right corner, and knocks it down.
Eric Dalen was a tight end at the University of Minnesota for 4 years. Don't mess with that cat.
And that's Big Ten football, by the way.
Yeah, that's Big Ten.
That's not just college football. That's Big Ten football.
That's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And back in those days, it was dust because them fields were all messed up. Not like those pristine turf things you play on now. 37-35 Toronto, 5:50 to go first half. Shed up top, out there with Boucher, Mobo, Walter, and Grady Dick. Shed, shot clock at 4, he's got to go. Deep three, no good, and Boucher tried to grab the loose ball and was knocked over. Here comes Ben Simmons into the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound Sharp, has it knocked away by Boucher, so it'll be Brooklyn ball. .5:31 to go first half. Abaji will check in for Toronto. Finney-Smith gets it to Cam Johnson. 3-ball far side, no good. Mobo with the rebound. Shed up top. Raptors up 37-35. Mobo floater in the lane short. Rebound, outlet, here comes Ben Simmons. Johnson drives, gets into the lane, changes gears, and lays it in. We're tied at 37.
You're usually seeing Johnson at the three-point line. Didn't settle there, like you mentioned. That change of speed that gets the defense up in the air and attacks that right hand.
Abaji drives. They kick it to Jacoby Walter, who knocks down the three and is fouled. And he'll get a chance for a 4-point play.
Well, I think he knocked that one down and let the guys know, don't forget me now, because the possession before, Mobo missed him in the corner for the little floater. And he come back down now, and they get him the basketball to rock in that right corner. He knocks it down and one. So that's just to let you guys know, like, listen, find me now. Find me at that line.
He has only been shooting 21%, and he misses the free throw. Raptors up 40-37, 4:40 to go, first half. Johnson to Finney-Smith. Drive, get to the lane, lay it in.
That's a good read by Finney-Smith, right? Mobile's running off the three-point line and ends up slipping. He gets himself right into the 10.
Drive the closeout. Walter into the lane, floats it up, no good, knocked away. Here comes Brooklyn, looking for the lead on this trip. Finney-Smith to Milton. Backs out on the dribble. 40-39 Toronto. Johnson near side again, turns the corner, and Mobile caught on the foul as Cam Johnson found another gear. Shake Milton inbound near side left wing. Up top to Ben Simmons, to a cutting Cam Johnson in the lane, lays it up, no good, but he's fouled. He's kind of losing the ball on the way up. There was some contact, but...
There was a miscommunication there by Grady, and I believe it was Mobo. Cam Johnson's coming off of that curl, and I think Grady was expecting a switch there. There was no switch, so Cam gets a look at the basket, easy look at the basket.
Johnson free throw up and in. Second one good for Cam Johnson. So Brooklyn takes the lead 41-40, 4:03 to go, first half. Olynyk up top. Gets it to Barnes, deep, three, short. Scotty need to put the glasses back on. They were on the top of his head there and he missed everything. Ben Simmons hustling the ball up the court. Abaji cuts him off. They get it to Cam Johnson. Swing it. Clowney to Johnson between the rings. His pass back is deflected by Grady. Shot clock at 10. Clowney to Johnson near side, left wing. Kicks it into the corner. Finney-Smith run off the line. Gets into the lane, kicks it out. At the buzzer, the jumper by Clowney is no good. It's a shot clock violation. Here comes Scotty Barnes, 3:25 to go. First half, Barnes to Olynyk. Kelly drives, backs down on Ben Simmons, gets into the lane, the off-balance shot, no good. Here comes Brooklyn, front court. Offensive foul, Cam Johnson runs over Kelly Olynyk, and Cam Johnson says, we're challenging that. He's holding the ball, and now Jordi Fernandez says, we're going to challenge.
I'm not sure I would have challenged that one.
I don't think I would have either, but
no, it's going to be...
It's one of those where your best player wants a challenge. You almost have to kind of give the kid that's crying in the grocery store the candy.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Your best player right now doesn't have as much equity in the league, so
yeah,
I would go with my own decisions.
Hey, I'm old school. If you're crying for that, you're not going to cry for that candy in the grocery store, because I'm going to whip your butt and say, don't ever you do that again in the grocery store.
10 and 16. I'm listening to myself.
Timeout on the floor. 3:06 first half. 41-40. Brooklyn with the lead. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
With a turbocharged engine, fuel-efficient econ mode, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive from $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,100 down. But hurry, Honda Stretch Lease offers end January 2nd. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Sam had aspirations of opening a clothing boutique. She called Alpine Credits and was sent a speedy superhero to help with a business loan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
.306 to go. First half, just past 8:30 on a Thursday night in the 6. The Raptors trailing the Nets 41-40. You'll hear from Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and Josh Lewenberg. At halftime, Josh Lippa on the floor with yours truly, Paul Jones, alongside Javon Shepard, and ably sitting in the chair tonight for our producer Owen Hall is JP Ricciuto. Malcolm Daly working with him on the board.
Shoot the penalty free throws. Since we're inside the mandatory timeout window, Brooklyn will still lose their timeout.
So they overturned the call and made it a blocking foul instead of a charge. Raptors are over the limit, so the Nets will get free throws. Cam Johnson will get free throws, and Brooklyn will lose the timeout because if you haven't been following NBA basketball, there are mandatory timeouts. First whistle under 7, first whistle under 3. And with 3:06, Ben Taylor said you're in that timeout area, so Brooklyn loses the timeout. Johnson misses the first free throw. Second one up and down from Cam Johnson. The North Carolina man makes it 42-40. Nets. Raptors coming front court left to right. Barnes gets it to Olynyk, to a cutting Grady Dick on the back door. Fumbled it and then stepped on the baseline. If he catches that, he's got a dunk.
He's got another one, another big dunk. Remember, he had that first one in the first quarter where he just flew in from the weak side for that putback, 1 foot putback. So you know he has some bounce.
Yep. Here comes Brooklyn. Front court right to left toward Bay Street in the white. Johnson on the run. Into the corner. Finney-Smith. Drive. Floated up. No good. Raptors swallow him up. Here comes Barnes. Raptors with numbers. Battle. Jacoby Walter. Corner 3. No good. Rebound. Clowney has it taken away, but the Raptors can't squeeze it. Milton to Simmons. Into the lane. Floats it up and in. And a foul. Ben Simmons.
Got to stop his running start.
Yep.
Because he's not doing anything outside the paint.
He's not pulling up, that's for sure.
Well, here's one for you. He hasn't made a shot outside the paint since February 2023.
Wow. Wow.
That's a bit of basketball. That's some time. That's making the game hard on yourself.
It is. It is. And he's just refuses to take a jump shot.
You'd have to imagine, for a guy that's injury prone as well, you'd want to expand your game, because if you're not doing anything outside the paint, right, you imagine the amount of contact he has to play through.
Battle misses, but man, Mobo gets on his pogo stick and tips it home. 45-42 Brooklyn. Minute 45 to go. First half. Simmons to Johnson. On the drive, cut off by Mobo. Back to Simmons. Drives on Jacoby Walter. Gets into the lane. Floats it up and in.
Again, but it makes a point. He makes 2 points there, but how tough did that shot look? All the contact, off-balance shot. Nothing easy for him.
Barnes up top on the bounce against Clowney. Gets into the lane, floats it up, no good. They're going to call it on the floor. So first foul in the last 2 minutes for the Nets. No free throws for Scotty. Abaji in. Jacoby Walter out. Barnes takes the inbound. Between the circle on the big Raptor logo with the between the legs dunk being performed. Scotty shakes into the lane. Off balance shot, no good, but the foul will go against Clowney.
That's a switch that Scotty wanted, right? Got that matchup against Clowney, the second-year player, and just knew right away, okay, I'm shiftier, I'm stronger, I'm going to get myself to my spot. And that hesitation dribble, the in and out, wasn't even a full in and out, just shifted Clowney enough, got him in the air, and picked up the foul. Scotty ended up having some awards right now. Scotty showing him his arm, saying, you scratched me, like you did get me. Clowney doesn't think there was a foul.
Barnes' first free throw good, second one also good. Scotty's bleeding, so infection control rule. 30-second timeout. Rayhan Malik got the black gloves on, the gauze out, like a cut man working at a combative fight in between corners. Stop the bleeding. So Brooklyn will inbound and bring it 94 feet. Scotty clapping his hands saying, come on now, everybody defend. Let's see if we can get something quick here. Minute 19 to go, first half, 47-44. Brooklyn with the lead. Simmons crossing over, getting to the baseline. Cut off by Abaji. Kicks it out. Cam Johnson, three, good. Cam Johnson, not afraid to fire it.
Well, this entire team, right, the Brooklyn team, they shoot the basketball pretty well. You haven't seen it tonight, only 31% from the three-point line, but that number, law of averages, is going to go up for them.
Abaji, far corner, left side. Puts it on the floor, reverse layup, no good, was open, couldn't get it down. Here comes Simmons, front court. On the dribble, works left. Into the corner, shake, Milton, long jumper, no good. Rebound knocked away. Grady has it, and hit in the face by Milton. Grady's going to get a couple of free throws as we parade to the other end. .9 seconds first half, 50-44. Raptors down 6. Grady standing on the line. Free throw up and down from the Kansas Jayhawk. 7 on the night for Grady. Battle sits down, Shed checks in. 50-45. Grady's got one more to come. Second one good by Grady. Shooting almost 90% on the season. 15 seconds first half, Brooklyn 50, Toronto 46. Simmons with 2 screens. Gets it to Cam Johnson into the corner. Milton on the drive into the lane, banks it up and in. 2.5 seconds to go. They get it to Shed. From his own foul line, no good. And that's the way the half ends. A 6-point lead for the Nets. 52-46.
Yeah, the bit of Raptors, right, going into the second half. If you're going to generate good shots, at some point you want to be able to knock those same shots down, taking them with confidence, right? Only shooting 37% from the floor and 30% from 3. You know, on the other end, they've done a good job of limiting, you know, the shots, the 3-point shots rather, for the Brooklyn Nets, who's a team that shoot the basketball relatively well from that 3-point line. Only 30% for them there. But the Raptors just got to come out with consistent energy, right? Consistently getting good shots, but feeling confident knocking those shots down.
Halftime up next with Jim Taddy and the gang. 52-46, Brooklyn with the lead. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
What the flock?
Excuse me?
What the flock? These wings are amazing.
What the flock? I mean, what are you talking about?
What the flock wings? Try one.
These are delicious. I bet the kids will love them.
Yeah, but maybe we should call them WTF wings in front of the kids?
Seriously?
Oh, yep. Now I'm hearing it.
Get the What the Flock family $46.99. Order now on Uber Eats or skip the dishes, or visit WTFlockWings.com.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Your holiday bonus awaits. Visit your local Subaru dealer for details.
This holiday season, you have the power to make a meaningful difference in your community. Support Trillium Health Partners, and when you donate, your gift will be matched, doubling your impact at your local hospital and allowing countless patients to get a fresh, healthy start to their new year. Together, we can ensure that everyone receives the care they need to thrive. Visit trilliumgiving.ca to donate now and create lasting change that will extend well beyond the holidays.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, we founded a sisterhood.
Crave presents the next groundbreaking original series from HBO, Dune Prophecy. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
Discover more value this holiday at Loblaws. From now until December 24th, get cap-off rib roast for only $8.88 a pound. And get 400 grams of select Black Diamond cheese bars for only $4.88. Shop in-store or online today. Conditions apply. See flyer for details.
Ho, ho, holy moly.
Santa, welcome to Indigo.
Heather, Indigo's chief book lover, just who I was looking for. I need a book for the mystery lovers on my list. Anything really great to recommend?
Definitely. Richard Osman's We Solve Murders. It grabs you from the first sentence and it keeps you in suspense until the very last page.
Well, I'm happy I ran into you.
Who's next on your list, Santa?
At Indigo, we've got gifts so special, even Santa shops here.
Jim, sweetie, it's me, Dawn, on the radio. Please don't get me earrings again this year. I have a jewelry box full of them. I love them, but all I really want is a gift certificate to Thermea Spa Village. And who knows? If you get a gift certificate for 2, I might even make you my +1. Okay, love ya.
This holiday season, give your loved ones what they really want. Give the gift of Thermea. Visit thermea.com/whitby to purchase a gift certificate. Take good care.
Tangerine Raptors basketball is on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
Boucher dives to save it. Gets it to Momo. Kick out Shed. Into the corner to Grady. Up top, Abaji for 3. Good! Great hustle by the Raptors. Boucher starts it off. And the 3 in the bottom of the well from Ochai.
Abaji and Barnes leading the way with 10 points apiece, but it's the Nets 52-46 over the Raptors at the half.
Welcome to Raptors at the Half. Tangerine Raptors basketball live from Scotiabank Arena. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and courtside Josh Lewinberg. And Josh, even though it was the youngest starting lineup in Raptors history, I think we still had high expectations. Don't know if we've reached them yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, it hasn't been pretty, and we didn't really expect it to be necessarily with all the injuries and the youthful lineup. The Raptors are hanging in there, despite all those things that I just mentioned. The fact that they're not shooting the ball well, 37%, 7 for 23 from beyond the arc. The one thing that I really have circled, and youth is not an excuse for this, even the absence of Jakob Poeltl is not an excuse for this. Rebounding, 31-16 for Brooklyn. And yeah, like the Raptors don't have their best rebounder on the floor, but it's not like this Brooklyn Nets team has overwhelming size, and now thanks to that bizarre Nick Claxton ejection, the Nets don't have their starting center either. So you know that Darko Rajakovic is going to be stressing that at halftime. Certainly he's not using the absence of Poeltl as an excuse. There was one play in the second quarter that really stands out to me in a good way, or Chris Boucher saves a loose ball. It was a loose ball off a rebound, saves it, the ball is moving, eventually it swings to Abaji. It was a beautiful cross-court pass from Grady Dick to Abaji for 3. Good things happen when you hustle, when you win 50-50 battles. There are going to be long rebounds that you're just not going to get to, but it has to be an effort thing where you're boxing out your man and you're making that extra effort to get to the loose ball and secure that extra possession. That's just not happening enough here for the Raptors tonight.
Warren, a very winnable game still. I mean, only down by 6 at the half. What do the Raptors have to do here?
Well, I mean, Josh talked about it a bit. I mean, number one, rebounding. You can see the discrepancy there. Brooklyn with 10 offensive rebounds, and this is where we miss Jakob Poeltl the most. It's just his ability to go ahead and rebound. So, I mean, 10 old boards, a big issue, 31-16 in that category. I thought the Raptors did well, but they also missed some shots that they normally make, which doesn't help their case. But it's going to be defense first, of course, as you know. In Toronto, they have a very winnable game here, but in order to win, you have to do all the little things well. Sometimes basketball can be a boring game in terms of the boring things win. So boxing out, number one. Setting your feet and making sure that that you get a clean look at the rim, making the extra pass, doing all those small, boring things very well should help you, lead to a win. And there's some things that they have to clean up. I think defensively, some of their rotations and over helping, especially when Ben Simmons has the basketball. He's not someone who's going to shoot, ever. He's trying to get to the rim. So you go underneath the ball screen, and you anticipate that he's going to pass. And I think sometimes watching, I'm seeing Grady, I'm seeing other guys over-helping. And I don't know if that's their defensive scheme, but if that's me, I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to make Ben Simmons beat me by shooting jump shots.
Josh, Scotty Barnes, 17 minutes, 10 points. How has he looked to you?
He's looked good. I mean, certainly not slowed by the injury. He's moving well. I'll go back to the rebounding. You need more than one rebound from Scotty Barnes, especially on a night where Poeltl isn't playing. But I like the energy that he's playing with. And overall, I don't think the starting lineup, as young as they are, as new as they are to each other, the 13th different starting lineup of the year, hasn't really been the issue as much as the bench. The Raptors need more production from those guys, being outscored right now 17-8 by the Brooklyn bench. Jamison Battle coming in, knocking down a couple threes. That's a positive. That's a good thing. Kelly Olynyk, I mentioned him before the game. He's still not moving right, but I like the way that he's playing, especially with such a young group out there. He's the old head, and he's made some great passes. That's one of those things about Kelly is, he doesn't need to be 100% physically to bring all that instinctual value that he normally adds. He had a really nice backdoor pass to Grady Dick through the alley-oop to Ochai Abaji. But outside of that, we talked about Jamal Shed before the game, coming off of that really strong fourth quarter against Chicago. He's scoreless. He hasn't contributed much in his 10 minutes. Chris Boucher, an opportunity for him with Poeltl out, because we know with Kelly back in the lineup, he fell out of the rotation. He's been scoreless in 11 minutes. The Raptors need something from him. Interesting here, Darko has tightened his rotation a little bit. We've seen him generally go 10 deep. In some cases, he's gone 11 deep this season. Just 9 guys And again, 7 of them, it's 90s night here at Scotiabank Arena. 7 of them weren't even born in the 90s, so it's a young group. A few more of those guys have to step up here in the second half.
Well said. Warren, when you look at that bench, I mean, not a lot of options because it's not that deep. Tight 9-man rotation. In the game we did on Monday night, it was a 10-man rotation midway through the first quarter. So, I mean, he's just sort of stuck with this.
I mean, unless Josh wants to go sub in, he's closest to the court. They don't really have much else options in terms of squad depth. You got to use what you have.
Put me in,
and
coach.
You got to do the little things well.
Josh, did you want to jump in there?
I was saying, put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I'm not
get in there,
either.
brother.
I'm going to get up shots. I can't promise any of them are going to go in, and I'm definitely not getting any rebounds.
Listen, Ben Simmons is getting paid $40 million to do that, so you don't worry about it. You got something going on for you, brother. You get in there.
Well, what did you make of the Claxton ejection, Josh?
A little strange. I mean, look, the NBA is going to be sensitive whenever anything is going into the crowd, whether it's players or, in this case, a basketball. It was hard to really see in the moment what actually happened. On the replay, too, I'm not entirely sure that it was like an aggressively thrown ball. It almost just like looked at a frustration that he released the ball and kind of maybe going for the stanchion there. But you're probably, if you're the official, not judging on intent. The fact of the matter is the ball was thrown and it did go into the stands. It is unusual to see such a quick whistle and not with a technical foul there, but a double technical, an ejection in that situation. But hey, Ben Taylor is not shy with that whistle. We've seen that before over the years. So yeah, everyone's got to be on notice here tonight. They better behave themselves, and it's a good thing team security stepped in with Claxton there because it looked like he was going to throw something else. He had the chair cushion up and ready to throw that into the stands as well.
Josh, thanks very much. The Raptors First Half Stat is brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Get more value out of every kilometer to Subaru, starting with award-winning safety at your local Subaru dealer. So as detailed, the rebounds 31-16 for the Nets, bench points 17-8, paint points 24-18, all for the Nets. Fast break points, not much happening here. 6-0 Toronto. Rebound, second chance opportunities or points. It's 10 for 7 for the Nets and the Raptors, 4 for 13. Turnovers for points, 9 for 12 for the Nets, and the Raptors have turned the ball over just 4 times for 4 points. But the numbers that count, 52-46 for the Nets at the half. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate people's debts using telekinesis, but what else can you do? As if changing lives isn't enough. Well, I can also use my power to make it rain hot dogs. It's still not as cool as consolidating debts into one easy payment, though.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. District license 12616.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans, and we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Come and get some! TSN is the home of AEW, delivering dynamite every Wednesday. And with TSN Plus, you can get even more action with Rampage on Fridays and Collision on Saturdays. AEW lives on TSN and TSN Plus.
Whether it's towing your big toys or hauling gear for the job site, the Toyota Tundra handles it all without breaking a sweat. By the end, you'll be standing there wishing you could high-five that truck. That's what we call being Tundra struck. It's time to be impressed. It's time to Toyota. Lease a 2025 Tundra 4x4 Crewmax SR from $141 weekly for 28 months at 4.99% with $5,800 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca for your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
McDavid, Stutzla, Matthews, Crosby, Forsberg, Bedard.
This kid is out of this world.
Who will be next?
Can you believe it?
Hockey history begins at the World Juniors. Boxing Day on TSN.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Second half about to start, and we'll tell you that it's Brooklyn with a 52-46 lead. And third quarter action is delivered by 2-for-1 Pizza. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for $5 each. 2for1pizza.com. All right, let's see if the Raptors can reel this in a bit, Javon. And they did have a decent start, but Brooklyn ran them down. Raptor ball, they come front court from right to left in the purple and black, attacking the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Grady in the lane, has it knocked away, goes right to Jacoby Walter, in the lane to Mobo, who lays it in.
Broken play, but they figure it out. And Mobo gets the layup. Jacoby Walter picks up the loose change.
Simmons, front court. Brooklyn with a 52-48 lead. Cam Johnson spins. Up and under move, lays it in. Pretty footwork.
Pretty footwork. He
Pretty
beat me
footwork.
to it. Up, under, and a step through. Patient, poised. Didn't speed him up. Nice, easy layup with it.
Barnes gets it to Mobo. Dribble handoff, Grady, near side, left wing in front of the Nets bench. Grady to Jacoby Walter, back to Scotty. Into the lane, man, all kinds of contact on Keon Johnson and the foul called.
He's such a force, right? As soon as he gets that one dribble going, that running start, it's really hard to make up and get back in front of him because he's so wide, big, broad shoulders. And there again draws another foul just because he gets that one, almost just gets a foot on you. There's nothing more you can do to recover.
He only needs to move you a half a body length, and it's lights out. 10:58 third quarter. Raptors down 54-48. Barnes' second free throw good. Here comes Simmons, front court. Guarded by Scotty Barnes. It's to Noah Clowney. Dribble handoff, Cam Johnson on the lob to Clowney in the lane. Puts it up, blocked by Barnes. Here comes Abaji to Grady, far side. Grady drives, gets to the basket, turns it over, and here comes Brooklyn. Johnson, they get it to Clowney, near side, his three, no good. Rebound, Abaji tips it to Jacoby Walter. 3-on-3, broken floor. Grady, cross court, Barnes drives. Tries to find a cutter on the baseline, but it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Toronto ball.
Twice now that they've tried to make those baseline passes and it just hasn't gotten through. Barnes here, fortunately, goes off of white shirt.
Deep three by Abaji is good in the bottom of the well, near side, left wing.
Great awareness by Scotty. As soon as the officials gave him the basketball, he knew that Abaji was open to zip that ball to him.
Now they've got a foul. And it'll go against the Raptors.
If I was
Scotty Barnes.
If I was Ben Simmons, I would hate to watch my game on film. Like it's an ugly, ugly game. And it's bully ball. It's just straight, okay, I'm going to try and get myself to the paint no matter what. I'm not even looking for a shot or to try and be creative.
Well, if he's not 6'10", that doesn't work. Right?
Just think about it. He has Scotty Barnes in front of him, and he's just dipping his shoulders and just trying to bulldoze to the rim. That makes it tough for the other four guys on the floor as well.
6'10", 250. And you watch that free throw, man. That thing's spinning like sideways. Knocks down the second one. 55-52 Nets. Barnes into the lane and is fouled by Cam Johnson. Scotty was calling for the foul all the way up. Brooklyn saying Scotty's doing the underhook. Scotty's saying, you guys are holding my arm. Raptors inbound. Barnes up top against Clowney. Just off center, left side, near wing. Scotty shakes on the bounce. Inside, they kick it. Grady, open three, good. Great inside-out basketball. Mobo with a great delivery.
And Scotty initiates it with that pass to Mobo, and Mobo right away zips it right to Grady Dick, who's on the move to the corner.
Game tied at 55. 9:30 to go, third quarter. Keon Johnson jumper, no good. Rebound knocked out, goes to Simmons in the lane. Hits Clowney, corner three, no good. Simmons might have got away with a walk, but we play on. Grady near side, shot fake, drive, floats to the hoop, knocks it up, no good. But from his wallet, taps it to Mobo. Mobo drives, reverse layup, no good. Tipped up, no good. Tipped up again. Raptors pounding the offensive glass, and finally Brooklyn comes away with it. Cam Johnson loses it, and they got a loose ball foul being called, and it'll go on Brooklyn. The Raptors just outworking them on the glass right now.
Yeah, you know what, and I'm going to give Grady 10 for style points on that missed layup. The scoop, he gets a 10. I'm going to give the Raptors team, the 5 guys on the floor, a 10 for effort. But a missed layup by Mobo, the missed layup by Walter under the basket, those are plays that they've got to make right now, little chippies that you need to get yourself, some rhythm in this game, some scoring rhythm. And again, mentioned they only shooting 37% from the floor, but those chippies around the rim are the ones you've got to make. But I'm still giving those style points, Jonesy.
I give him hard work points too, A for effort. Grady up top. 8:54, third quarter, game tied at 55. Scotty in the lane, kicks it out to Grady. Very physical right now. Mobo three, no good. Had a great look, 2 rims near side, and back comes Brooklyn. Cam Johnson, Jacoby Walter into him. Johnson kind of lost his balance. I didn't think much of it had to do with Walter, but Jacoby did reach for the ball, and they are going to...
I'm okay with the foul because Jacoby Walter was being aggressive, right? He was getting up into Cam Johnson, knowing Cam Johnson isn't comfortable handling the basketball, especially that far out on the floor. Yeah, you want to be a bit more disciplined, but the effort from the young fella, I appreciate.
Simmons up top. Backs out on the bounce against Grady. Going to try and drive him. Kicks it out. Jalen Wilson into the lane. Baby Hook is up and in near side. So Brooklyn takes a 57-55 lead. Mobo near side on Finney-Smith to Jacoby Walter. Up top, Scotty, a deep three, good, man. Steph Curry range, Scotty drops it in the bottom of the well.
I said it to you earlier, he's just looking that much more comfortable shooting the basketball, right? He gets that ball 30 feet out, and he's walking into it like this is a 24-foot shot.
Jalen Wilson drives, is fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2. 58-57. The Raptors with a momentary lead on that deep three by Barnes. Toronto 10 of 27 from distance tonight. Brooklyn only 6 of 23.
And when Scotty's shooting those ones where he's balanced and it's not off the dribble and difficult, like he looks really good shooting the basketball, and he becomes a bigger threat, bigger scoring threat.
7:56, third quarter. Brooklyn with a 59-58 lead, courtesy of 2 free throws from Jalen Wilson. Barnes, front court for Toronto. Moving right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Abaji drives into the lane, the running hook up, no good. As he came from far side to near side, right to left. Cam Johnson up top. Jalen Wilson a running start. Kicks to the corner. Clowney catch and shoot 3, no good. Rebound Abaji. Quick hit ahead, Jacoby Walter to Mobo. Into the near corner, Abaji. Drives, kicks it up top, Mobo. They swing to Grady. Shot fake, drive, kick it out. Barnes, Raptors swing it nicely. Abaji's 3 is in the bottom of the well.
Big time basketball, good basketball. Swing it around, you get a penetration, and now that last pass to the corner to Grady Dick, there's no more rotation to get out there, and he knocks it down.
Can't outrun the ball, baby. 61-59.
Sorry,
Raptors,
Sorry.
Raptors by 2. I know who you meant.
Yeah, so many guys touching the basketball get lost.
Like the old Jamaican grandfather. He knows the name, even though you say it wrong. 60. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, your friend the Trapper called you." I said, "Dad, we call him Grip." He goes, "You know what I'm talking about." Grady 3 up top. Bang!
There he is.
In the bottom of the well, Grady splashes it home.
You know what? I was looking at my crystal ball. That's what it was. That's what it was. Grady knocking it down.
And Javon and I are leaving at the end of the quarter to go buy 649 tickets. Crystal ball better be working. Jalen Wilson, 3, no good. Long rebound. Here comes Toronto. Barnes on the run. Gets it to Abaji. Not the way they drew it up, but Ochai's reverse layup makes it 66-61 Toronto.
Good job by Abaji sticking with it, right? Picking that ball up, one stride up to the basket.
Simmons drives. Mobo knocks it away and steals it. Gets it to Barnes. Kick ahead to Grady. Here come the Raptors. Grady. Now to a trailing Barnes. Scotty, deep 3. No good. Heat check special. Here comes Ben Simmons. Into the corner to Finney Smith. Now down to Jalen Wilson. On another Kansas product, Grady Dick. Wilson drive, lay it up, no good. Rebound, and they've got the foul. Jacoby Walter trying to box out. Came underneath Finney Smith, who had jumped. Got to do your box out early, not when he's in the air. So the foul will be on Toronto. It'll go on Jacoby Walter, and we'll take a timeout. 5:22, third quarter. Toronto 66, Brooklyn 61. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant, never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for just $5 each.
With a turbocharged engine, fuel-efficient econ mode, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive from $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,100 down. But hurry, Honda Stretch Lease offers end January 2nd. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
.522, third quarter. Raptors leading Brooklyn 66-61.
20-9 run since they come out of the half, right?
Yeah.
Really good basketball. They forced Brooklyn to 3 of 10 in this third quarter, while the Raptors have shot 7-14 in the third here. So really good start in the second half for the Toronto Raptors.
Let's see if they can keep it going. Brooklyn ball, far side, left wing, they'll inbound. Jalen Wilson, Shake Milton, Day'Ron Sharp, Cam Johnson, and Dorian Finney-Smith on the floor for the Nets in the white, moving left to right. Johnson, step back 3 over Mobo, good, man, tough shot.
Yeah, Mobo did a good job moving his feet and contesting the shot. Cam Johnson, good defense, just better offense there.
66-64, Shed into the lane, kick to Grady. Swing to Abaji for 3, no good. Rebound Sharp. Front court, And Brooklyn's pass almost picked off Abaji, looking like a free safety, shooting the gap, but unable to secure the ball. Jamison Battle, Grady Dick, Jamal Shed, Jonathan Mobo, and Ochai Abaji on the floor for the Raptors. Cam Johnson, 3 up top, no good. Wanted the foul. Really upset with Derek Richardson saying, I shot that ball and got hit on the hand.
And I like Abaji's poker face. He didn't even look at him once and look at the officials. He was already looking at Coach Darko like, what's the next play?
Shed into the lane. Kicks to Grady. Corner 3, good. Grady splashing it down again.
And Shed makes the offense so easy, right? He's doing a great job of getting in, not just getting into the paint, but to the teeth of the defense where they have to react. And then you're getting those spray outs.
16 for Grady on 4 of 5 from distance. Sharp had Shed posted up in the lane.
I could see Shed tugging on Sharp's arm, but I respect it, right? Because nothing easy, right? He's fighting down there and just knows, okay, as soon as the basketball takes flight in the air, there's a very slight chance that he's going to be able to recover after that or defend Sharp down low. So force him to get 2 at the stripe.
Sharp on the free throw line. First one good. Pretty good free throw shooter for a big man. 4:07 to go. Third quarter. 69-66. Toronto by 3. Shed front court to Olynyk, now to Grady. To Battle, back to Grady. Floating jumper, no good off glass, 10 feet, far side, right wing. Here comes Cam Johnson. Gets it to Shake Milton, drive at Grady. Shot fake, Grady didn't bite. Johnson up top, guarded by Shed. Offensive foul on Sharp as Shed, like Davion Mitchell. There's a couple of those guards, Javon, they just refuse to be screened. And if they're fighting over and that screener moves a little bit, you're going to get that offensive foul.
Yeah, and it's typically those smaller guards, right? They have great reaction time, lower center of gravity, and they're always staying in contact with the offense. As soon as that screen gets there, those guys are quick to get that high foot over the screen. And then what happens is the defense starts to search for them, trying to find them and trying to make contact. You pick up those offensive fouls. The frustrating part is if you're the offense and you're the screener, you're trying to do the right thing, is make contact with the defense, but those guys are so crafty getting over.
Shed, front court, 3.5 to go, third quarter. Into the lane, and as Clowney comes out of the fray, they're going to call an offensive foul on Toronto. Illegal screen, it'll go against Grady Dick. That's number 4 for Grady. And Darko wants to challenge that.
Ben Taylor was doing it, giving us his perfect illustration of Grady's screen using his backside.
Well, we'll take a look at it. 69-66. Raptors lead the Nets by 3. 3:30 to go, third quarter. Listen to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
For 40 years, listeners have pondered why Pizzaville begins every ad with these now immortal words.
It was a rainy day in Pizzaville when I realized...
Questions like these have perplexed mankind for millennia. What is the meaning of life? What is the true nature of the universe? Will Toronto ever win the cup? Next up, is Netflix going behind the scenes of It Was a Rainy Day? Pizzaville, 40 years of funny.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050 everywhere you want it.
Well, the challenge unsuccessful, so the Raptors will lose their challenge and their timeout. The foul will stand as called on Grady. So with 3:30 to go, the Nets get the ball back on the offensive foul, and they will bring it front court from right to left. Tyrese Martin into the ball game. For Brooklyn, out there with Reese Beekman, Shake Milton, Noah Clowney, as Brooklyn turns it over, and Shake Milton was their 5th. Back comes Shed. The Jamison battle. Up top to Olynyk. He's trying to get it to Scotty on the post instead. What a great pass to Olynyk. From Olynyk to a cutting Jamison battle who lays it in. 71-66 Raptors by 5. Beekman into the corner. Kicks it to Milton up top. Martin crosses over into the lane. They swing it. Milton, 3 near side, no good. Rebound Shed up there contesting for it. Here comes Toronto. Shed cross court. Boucher 3, bang in the bottom of the well. Biggest lead of the game for Toronto at 8:74-66.
And that's a good read for a pass in the corner, right? Scotty Barnes posting up, was attracting that help. Chris Boucher's defender.
Milton, top of the lane. Gets it to Martin. Now to Jalen Wilson. Drive on Boucher. Floats it up, no good. Rebound Olynyk. Outlet Shed. Pushes it up the near side, left wing. 2:05 to go, third quarter. Raptors by 8. No team is led by double figures in this game. Toronto looking to do that on this trip. Shed, far side, right wing. Gets it to Barnes, straight away. Top of the lane. Drives on Beekman. Underneath, Olynyk goes airborne and is fouled. Little high-low action by Scotty and Kelly. And Kelly's going to get free throws.
But I like when Scotty gets that basketball at the high post and then everybody just flattens out and it's time for Scotty to work, right? Then again, you know, what happens is he has his initial defender and then he has that second defender that's stepping up, which happens to be Kelly's defender. Now Kelly's wide open under the basket, but because Scotty's so big, he can pass over the defense. So he's essentially passing over to Kelly right under the basket, who now gets himself to the free throw line for 2. The possession before, you know, Scotty posts up and draws the defense, draws a weak side help, and you get a kick out to the corner for the 3. So just Scotty's presence, when he's aggressive, he doesn't have to score the basketball, but when he has a presence, you get good things.
76-66, Toronto by 10 after the Barnes the Olynyk free throws. Biggest lead of the game for Toronto.
I know what you meant.
Up top, Martin gets it to Wilson. 90 seconds, third quarter. Wilson drive, kick it out. Beekman kicks it out. Martin deep 3, no good. Long rebound run down by Jalen Wilson. Drives, runs into Olynyk, and they've got the blocking foul on Olynyk. It looked like Kelly was standing right there and took it in the chest. So Olynyk takes the foul, and that is his 4th personal foul. Free throw good by Jalen Wilson. Second one also good. Shed will bring it front court. Raptors with an 8-point, 76-68 lead. Shed to Olynyk. Tried to lob it to Barnes, who wasn't looking even though he was open in the middle of the lane. Scotty got hit on the left hip. He's running with a little bit of a hitch in his step right now. Wilson, drive into the lane, kick it out. Martin, back to Wilson. The Nets moving the ball. Now Wilson fires a three, doesn't get the roll, rebound Barnes. Scotty up the middle of the floor. Gets it to Olynyk. Kelly backs in, gets to the hoop, floats it up, no good. Rebound Martin. To Wilson, into the corner. Clowney's three is no good. Rebound Martin underneath, up and in.
Brooklyn has not shot the basketball well from three. 7 of 31. Just 22%.
Front court Shed, 15 seconds, third quarter. Raptors with a 76-70 lead. Shed on the dribble. Kicks to Olynyk. Game clock at 5. Gotta go. Shed into the corner. Battle for three. No good at the buzzer. The right guy with a good look and just couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, and this was a much better quarter for the Raptors, right? You can see the intensity picked up, and they started to knock down shots. They got a bit more rhythm, got a bit more flow. And then on the defensive side, they did a good job just scrambling, right? Every time Brooklyn would move the basketball and there was a rotation or there was advantage, you would see the guys sprinting out, matching up, forcing the next pass. One more quarter, Jonesy, and you need that same scramble, that same intensity, and just knock down shots, continue to knock down shots.
Last lap of the track, 76-70, Toronto with the lead. Fourth quarter when we come back. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask.
We the North! We the North! We the North! That's right, Canada. Stand up. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from, hanging out with us as we watch the Raptors take on the NBA and hopefully make a playoff run this season. Really appreciate you letting us know in the chat. Let us see that city and province, city and state in the U.S. Emojis for your country. Get that flag out there. Canada flags. It's We the North. I want to see lots of Canadian flags flowing through the chat. Now let's get back to that basketball game, and we'll see you guys back in the chat. Thank you for participating. Go Raps, go!
Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Discover more value this holiday at Loblaws. From now until December 24th, get cap-off rib roast for only $8.88 a pound. And get 400 grams of select Black Diamond cheese bars for only $4.88. Shop in-store or online today. Conditions apply. See flyer for details.
Dash for deals at PetSmart. Now through December 24th, save $10 now and $10 later on select large dog food bags. Save $8 now and $8 later on select large cat food bags. Plus, save 50% on holiday products. See stores or PetSmart.ca for complete details.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last.
Fourth quarter time, 76-70. Raptors leading by 6 as we hit the last lap of the track. Fourth quarter action is powered by CMC Markets. Take your trading to the next level with $0 commission on stocks. Brooklyn ball, they come front court left to right in the white. Clowney straight away between the rings. Gets it to to Cam Johnson. Kick to Shake Milton, near side, right wing above the arc. It's a screen from Clowney. Kicks it to Clowney. 3 up top, no good. Long rebound. They fight for it on the ground. And Martin got a foot on it. He dove for it, knocked it away, and ended up kicking the ball. So Toronto gets possession. They get a stop on the first trip. They lead it 76-70. Shed will bring it up. Shed on the ball game tonight in 16 minutes. No points, but 4 assists. Battle, corner 3, near side, no good. Another good look by Jamison Battle. He's 2 of 5 tonight from distance. Milton drives into the lane, floats it up and in, bounces off Shed. Darko wanted the hook, they say no. 76-72. Brooklyn cuts the lead to 4. Here comes Raptors, front court. Shed 3 near side, good. Jamal holds the follow through as he knocks it in the bottom of the well. Raptors go up 79-72.
Chris Boucher with the extra pass out of the corner, unselfish basketball.
Back comes Brooklyn. Johnson underneath to Martin. Shot clock at 5. They got to go. I'm not sure they realize it. And Clowney trying to post up Shed. Shed fighting over top. And Clowney kind of lost his battle, but bad balance. But they're going to call Shed for the foul. I'm not so sure it was. Brooklyn ball, far side, left wing. 10:32 to go in the ball game. You'll hear from Jim Taddy Warren Ward after the game. Josh Lewenberg also at some point. It'll be Toronto ball. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard here courtside. Paul Jones, Javon Shepard here courtside. Back at the studio, JP Ricciuto and Malcolm Daly. Shed got called on a walk, caught the ball, did the shoulder shake.
Quick.
Yeah, shoulder shake, but moved the feet. Toronto got to defend. They're leading 79-72. Martin turns the corner, kicks it to the far corner. Milton 3, no good. Rebound Olynyk. Outlet Barnes. Front court, Scotty on the dribble. Sends Olynyk down to get Boucher. Scotty into the lane. Kick it out to Shed. 3 in the air, no good. Long rebound, Battle can't squeeze it, but Shed does. Running start to the hoop, Shed to Olynyk, who's fouled on the way up. Kelly's going to get 2. Shed took that ball above the 3-point line far side, and it was like he was in a drill.
Lightning. Yeah, he just burst out of there. And that's another play where he gets into the paint and the unselfish basketball. I can tell by the way he plays, he's not one of the guys that goes to the box score after the game to see his stat line, because he comes up with that offensive rebound, blows right by the defense, and dumps it under the basket to Kelly, right? Both opportunities would have been good shots. Kelly picks up the foul, but if he had attacked and made an attempt for that layup, that still would have been a good shot.
9:40 to go. Shed will check out. Darko talking to him about the play where he was called for a walk. Jacoby Walter. Will check in, as will Ochai Agbaji.
2 shots.
Kelly at the line for 2. First one up and down from KO. Raptors up 80-72, 8-point lead, 9:40 to go in the ball game. Olynyk to try and increase the lead to 9. Dips, fires, and rattles it down. 81-72 Toronto. Tyrese Martin picked up by Jacoby Walter, three-quarter court. Martin over the timeline. Gets it. Good. Pretty good ball movement, all on the perimeter, but decent ball movement there. Here comes Toronto. 81-75, 6-point lead. Boucher, 3 up top, no good. Rebound on the floor. Brooklyn comes away with it. Ben Simmons on the run. Head up to Martin, the backdoor pass. Raptors touched it, but I guess they figured Martin touched it after that, so turn it over and give it to Toronto. Front court. Here comes Barnes. On the dribble. Scotty working. Dips his shoulder and he's going to get called for the offensive foul. Clowney right in front of him. I didn't think that was a difficult call. I thought Clowney did a nice job of moving his feet.
Yeah, they ran the horns action with Chris Boucher and Kelly Olynyk, and then there was really no advantage when Scotty came off the screen, so he just figured, okay, let me go one-on-one and try and figure this thing out. But to your point, that was good defense, and Clowney meeting Scotty on his attack and squaring up.
81-75, 8.5 to go, fourth quarter. Raptors with a 6-point lead. Martin in the lane, turns and gets it up and down on about a 5-footer over Jacoby Walter. Scotty front court against Ben Simmons. Raptors' 10-point lead has dwindled to 4. Barnes into the corner. Jacoby Walter 3, no good. You could tell it was long right from the jump. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Toronto.
It was the right look, though, right? They switch everything, the three-way switch on the perimeter. Scotty got into the paint and kicked out off the Walters. Defender was the helper, and that's just a shot you got to knock down, right? You can't get a better look than that.
8:09 to go. Fourth quarter. Boucher. Kick it out to Abaji. Shot clock at 5. Got to go. Walter into the lane. Gets to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Undeterred. Walter with the perseverant dribble. Into the lane. Clowney floats it up and in, and he's fouled. So Brooklyn comes back, gets those two, and a chance to cut it even further, as Noah Clowney will go to the line for one more.
Yeah, Clowney with the fake handoff, and Chris Boucher anticipating, miscommunication with he and Abaji on the fake handoff. And anytime you see a guy with that fake handoff and they turn to their strong hand, that defense is a slight, split second behind recovering. And Clowney doing a good job of playing through the contact and getting that shot up.
So Clowney on the night. 10 points off the bench. Free throw is good. 83-80. The Nets have cut it to a 1-possession lead. Shed, front court. On the dribble. Gets it to Jacoby Walter, and they've got an offensive foul on Shed on the dribble handoff. His third. They said he took out Ben Simmons. And so Brooklyn will have a chance to tie with a 3. Jalen Wilson front court. Gets it to Simmons, guarded by Abaji. Now to Shake Milton, near side, right wing. Down to the baseline. Back to Simmons. Drives, kicks it into the corner. Finney-Smith floats it up, no good. Rebound, Jacoby Walter. 7-12, fourth quarter. Grady into the corner. Abaji catch and shoot three, no good. Pass a little behind him. Couldn't set himself properly. Here comes Simmons into the lane, lays it up and in. Timeout, Darko. 6:52 to go. We approach the top of the stretch. Brooklyn has cut the lead to 1, 83-82 Toronto. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
With a turbocharged engine, fuel-efficient econ mode, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive from $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,100 down. But hurry, Honda Stretch Lease offers end January 2nd. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Discover more value this holiday at Loblaws. From now until December 24th, get cap-off rib roast for only $8.88 a pound. And get 400 grams of select Black Diamond cheese bars for only $4.88. Shop in-store or online today. Conditions apply. See flyer for details.
Filling the big gaps on the front bench. This is Omar Sachedina. Tonight on CTV National News, the Prime Minister's plan to introduce new faces as pressure mounts for his resignation. Tonight at 11 and at ctvnews.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Fourth quarter, we approach the top of the stretch. 83-82 Raptors. Been a very competitive game, Javon. Both teams shooting under 40%, but that hasn't taken away from the feisty nature and the competitive spirit of this contest.
Yeah, you're getting a response by the Brooklyn Nets, right? Remember, the Raptors came out in that third quarter and pretty much single-handedly took the game over in the third, or you would think so with the momentum, right? Won that quarter 30-18, shot the basketball well from three. I believe they were, my notes here, 7 for 14 from the 3-point, 7 for 11, from the three-point line in the third quarter. But since then, Brooklyn has done a better job of being intentional, right? Getting out to shooters. And then on the offensive end, they're doing a much better job of setting screens, getting guys open, and also just getting into the paint.
Toronto will bring it 94 feet. They got a 1-point lead, 83-82.
Now Brooklyn showing a bit of zone.
Shed into the teeth of the defense. Kicks it out to Abaji. Now to Grady, drive into the lane, floats it up, no good. Tries to tip his rebound up, and he's fouled. I don't know if they're going to give him shots. Yes, they will. Yeah, sometimes they say that tip is not defined. That said, Grady will go to the line for two. .6:33 to go. Free throw by Grady, good. 84-82 Raptors. 17 for Grady. Second highest score for the Raptors. Ochai leads all Raptors with 18. Grady could have tied him there, but missed the second free throw. So it's a 2-point Toronto lead. Jalen Wilson up top. They get it down low to Simmons on Abaji. Ochai knocks it away, and they said it goes off Ben Simmons, out of bounds. Toronto ball. Shed brings it front court. Top of the stretch. 6:10 to go in the ball game. Raptors 84, Brooklyn 82. Grady to Mobo. Hands it to Grady, off the screen, catch and shoot, no good. Getting quite have his balance, wasn't totally squared on that one. Back comes Simmons. Gets it to Clowney. Near side, Shake Milton into the lane. Floats it up and in. We're tied at 84.
Milton gets into the paint there, but Mobile just gambles on it, which now you're playing 5-on-4 if you're Brooklyn, and Milton just taking advantage, getting that floater up.
Grady up top on the dribble. Works far side. Shot clock at 8. Grady's got to go. Out top, Jamal Shed. Shakes, gets into the lane. Floats it up and in. Not settling for the three. The Houston Cougar gets to the hoop and lays it in. Milton up top, 86-84. Raptors by 2. Simmons drives on Mobile, who cuts him off, to a cutting Milton, who lays it in. 86 apiece, under 5 minutes to go, 4:58. Barnes will check in at the next dead ball. Mobile up top. Drive on Clowney, gets into the lane, and then turns it over.
And that's a tough pass to make for Mobile. There's 2 defenders under the basket.
.440 to go. Raptors need a stand right now defensively. 86 apiece. Cam Johnson up top between the rings. Backs out near center. On the dribble against Grady. Right hand to the middle. Back to the left, far side. Spins into the lane. Turnaround jumper good over Grady. 88-86, Brooklyn with the lead. Lefty layup is up and in. Man, that was a confident take by Abaji. Johnson up top. Gets it to Simmons. Back to Cam Johnson. 3, no good. Rebound Mobile. 88 apiece. Raptors looking for the lead. 3:49 to go. Barnes gets it to Grady. Up top. Far side, Abaji on the drive again. This time loses the handle on the spin, although they say it was knocked away by Clowney. It'll stay Toronto ball. Timeout on the floor. So let's take a break, or do we keep it here? Are we out of timeouts? Let's take the break. 3:37 to go, 88 apiece, Toronto and Brooklyn. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Sam had aspirations of opening a clothing boutique. She called Alpine Credits and was sent a speedy superhero to help with a business loan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Fiscal license 12616.
A Tim's Donut and Coffee is the original collab. And right now in Toronto, any classic donut is $1 when you buy any size original or dark roast coffee. Get a deal on the iconic duo with the Tim's Dollar Donut. Plus tax at participating restaurants in Toronto for limited time. Terms apply. See app for details.
Discover more value this holiday at Loblaws from now until December 24th.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thank you for hanging out with us together, We the North, here on Toronto Sports Insider, making a difference in our awesome community every single game. Just wanted to stop and say thank you guys for hitting that like button. Thank you for sharing this link out and helping me grow this Toronto Raptors community. We're doing big things with SickKids Hospital in Toronto. We're going to only do bigger things in the future. So I said to the Leafs fans, send me some ideas of some campaigns that you guys think may benefit the community as far as donating money for SickKids. If you have any of those ideas, send an email to me at torontosportsinsider@gmail.com. And let's see if we can't continue changing the world one insider at a time. Thank you, insiders. We'll see you guys back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors.
Back in Toronto, 3:37 to go. Raptors and Nets all locked up at 88 apiece. Competitive, hard-fought ball game. As the Raptors are trying to get a win and put another notch in the left-hand column. It's been hard-fought. It's been tough. It brings me back to the Chicago game a couple days ago, the same way. Grinding, battling. And it's all comes down to what kind of plays can you make in the last 2 or 3 minutes of a close ball game.
Closing out, right? You've battled back and forth, and now it's down to a 3-minute and 37-second game.
Raptor ball, far side, right wing. In the purple, they move right to left toward the Bay Street end of Scotiabank Arena. Mobo on the drive on the inbound, misses the shot. Rebound knocked away on the ground. Ben Simmons has it. On the run, right up Main Street. Simmons turns, Finney-Smith, three, no good. Rebound tipped up twice, out of bounds, knocked away. It'll stay with Brooklyn. .321 to go. Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout.
Well, he had him to use, right? You and I were speaking at the break. I looked up and I see 4 timeouts left with 3 minutes to go, and I was surprised myself. So Jordi right now can use those as possession management.
Yeah, and this is an important possession. I mean, we've been halted here at 88 for a while, back and forth, and he's saying, all right, this possession is too important to leave it to chance. I'm going to draw something up or set something up out of this timeout. Raptors 88, Nets 88. 3:21 to go. Thanks for letting us ride with you. And the ride continues after the final buzzer with Jim Taddy, Warren Ward, and the postgame. Thanks to the entire crew here tonight for keeping Javon and I on the air here courtside. Josh Lippa doing his usual outstanding job. Owen Hall out, but JP Ricciuto stepping in ably, I might add. Malcolm Daly on the board back there doing a terrific job, and Cameron Moore up top. All-star crew here on TSN 1050. We bring you nothing but the best. And if it isn't the best, we'll do our best to make sure we're giving you 100% effort. 3:15 to go. Cam Johnson, far side, left wing. Brooklyn in the white, coming left to right. Johnson on the bounce. Step back jumper over Grady, short. Didn't hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation. I can't believe Jordy drew that up to get that.
You know what? It would have been a better shot, but Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith ran into each other, so he didn't get a clear look, a clean look on the catch, and then it just was one-on-one. That's not a one-on-one guy.
Shed, front court. 3 minutes to go. Down the stretch we come. Game tied at 88. Barnes straight away between the rings. On the bounce against Milton. Drives, gets into the lane. Short, fall away, good. Scotty, walk him down and knock it out.
And that's a different shot, right? He jumps over to 6'5" Shake Milton, just gets to his spot. That right shoulder bumps him and right over. Too small, small fry.
Simmons guarded by Barnes out top. Gets it to Johnson, drives on Abaji, floats it up and in. We're tied at 90.
And that's a different take for Cam Johnson on that one. The running start right down the right side of the floor off the glass.
2:15 to go. And they got Simmons on the foul as he pulled Scotty into him. Scotty was at the elbow near side and trying to walk down for inside position. Simmons, I don't think it was intentional, but they got their feet tangled up. Or was he trying to take a charge away from the ball, Javon?
I think Ben was being a little active there, and also just stood in front of Scotty as he was en route to that elbow and just flopped.
Raptor ball, near side, left wing. Grady to do the honors. He's out there with Barnes, Mobo, Abaji, and Shed. Scotty up top. Shot clock at 10. Works right, far side, above the arc. Got the switch on Clowney. Into the corner to Shed. Shed, pull up, jumper, no good. Rebound, Ben Simmons. Simmons to Cam Johnson. His three near side is good.
He's had a hot hand for them too. He's had that hot hand. Right, a good job finding him in transition. Knocking down that three.
93-90 Brooklyn. Scotty up top. Step back three, no good. Rebound knocked away. Ben Simmons has it.
Remember I mentioned to you earlier the quality of his three-point shot for Scotty, right? The difference between Cam Johnson's shot and Scotty's is off the dribble.
Johnson backing in against Shed. Turn, shot fake, banks it up, no good. But he got Shed in the air on the turn and the shot fake, so that will send Cam Johnson to the line for two more.
You know, again, the recognition, right? In transition, he hits the first three, Cam Johnson over Mobo, and that was a lot of real estate for Mobo to cover because Cam took it at about 30 feet out. The second possession down after Scotty's tough one, Cam Johnson has Shed on him and recognizes right away, okay, I'm not playing the perimeter game. I'm going to post up and get myself, an easy look at the basket over a smaller defender or foul.
Johnson, free throw good. Nets lead it 94-90, 80 seconds to go. Second one from Johnson is good. That's 5 straight for the erstwhile Carolina man. 95-90 Brooklyn, minute 15 to go. Raptors in desperate need of a score. Barnes up top, Simmons all over him. Barnes gets a switch, has Clowney now. Drives into the lane. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Scotty on the push-off. Clowney's played him well. Scotty hasn't really moved him laterally, has been more trying straight ahead. Here comes Simmons. Front court against Barnes. Under a minute to go, Brooklyn by 5 with the ball. 8 seconds to go on the clock. Simmons drives left. He's got the switch on Grady. Drive, floated up, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes Toronto. 35 seconds to go. Grady, catch and shoot three, partially blocked. Brooklyn has it. And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout to save the possession. They closed out on Grady. It was a good pass by Shed on the hit ahead to try to get it to his guy, but no such luck. .3 seconds to go. The Raptors in desperate need of a score, a stop, and a score. .95-90. Brooklyn with the lead. The Raptors, again, another game, Javon, where they are right in it. Right in it. You look at the games, Raptors, more than half of their games have been decided by 7 points or less.
Yeah, they've held lead or been within 7 points in the fourth quarter in 16 of their 20 losses. So you think about it, like they're not far off, right? And by that, you look at the guys that are on the sideline as well, and it's never a pity party, right? Never just look at moral victories, but the reality is that's 16 of those 20 losses, 7 points or less. And you've been undermanned for 80% of those.
Yeah.
Right? Or we should even say 90% of those games.
Well, let's see if they can shrug it off and pull out a victory. Simmons to inbound. Gets it to Cam Johnson. And Mobo fouls him. 26.8 to go. 2 free throws on the horizon for Cam Johnson. Johnson's had a solid ball game. Now with 28 points as he knocks down the first free throw.
Hey, and you know what?
He's 10 in this fourth quarter, and the meter's still running.
He's had the hot hand for them with 28, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, but they also use him, Coach Jordy also used him as a primary ball handler today as well.
Timeout, Darko. 97-90, 26.8 seconds to go. Well, if you're the Raptors, you only have 1 timeout remaining. You desperately need a 3.
So you got to get a quick score, but you also have to foul a couple times before.
Or a steal or a foul.
Yeah.
The clock is your enemy now as much as the scoreboard.
Well, they're going to need to foul twice before they even put Brooklyn at the free throw line. So whatever they do has to happen quick. That steal attempt has to happen quick, and that first foul has to happen extremely fast.
It's a 3-possession game. Raptors will break the huddle and no doubt advance the ball. Olynyk checking in, Battle checking in. Grady's out there, Abaji is out there, and Scotty Barnes will be the 5th. Everybody capable of squeezing off a 3. Olynyk to inbound, far side. Slow developing play, gets it to Grady. 3-ball near side, no good. Rebound, Cam Johnson. Raptors foul. And that might do it. Cam Johnson will walk to the line and try to crack the 30-point barrier. .5 seconds to go. This game was tied at 88. And Johnson knocks down the free throw. It's a 10-2 run for Brooklyn. Game was also tied at 90, if I'm not mistaken. Brooklyn closing much stronger than the Raptors. 99-90, Johnson with 31 points on the night. Clowney fouls Olynyk. Not what you want if you're the Nets. Let that clock run. Let that clock go. Although it's a side out of bounds, as it's a first foul in the last 2 minutes. Grady on the curl, gets a jam. Nice inbound play for the Raptors. Grady's got 19. But Brooklyn will bring it front court. And the foul, Jamison Battle fouls Cameron Johnson. Johnson with 31 on the night will step to the line for a couple more free throws. First one good by Johnson. His career high is 38 against his former team, Phoenix. For Phoenix against the Knicks. And his season high is 37, and he came close to that tonight with 33. 10 seconds to go. Brooklyn cracks the cash register at 101. Olynyk in the lane, lays it in, but that's going to do it. The Nets close the game on an 11-4 run, and they win it. It's a 7-point victory for the Nets. Brooklyn 101, Toronto 94.
And you know what? Tip your hat to Brooklyn. They came on in that fourth quarter and really turned the switch on, right? And the Raptors really just start to sputter in that fourth there after coming off a really good third quarter where you thought they were going to have some momentum, that momentum was going to ride into that fourth quarter. But tough fought battle for both these teams that are actually in the same position, right? Both these teams are rebuilding. Both these teams are, developing guys and, a long ways away from where they're going to be.
Well, Brooklyn gets the win. The Raptors go down to defeat on their home court. 101-94 is the final. Jim Taddy, Warren Ward up next with the postgame. For all of us here, we say thank you for listening. This has been Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network. Good night from the floor of Scotiabank Arena.
With a turbocharged engine, fuel-efficient econ mode, and tons of cargo space, the 2025 Honda CR-V was made for winter adventures. But with heated front seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a cozy interior, you may want to stay in its comforts a little bit longer. Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive from $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,100 down. But hurry, Honda Stretch Lease offers end January 2nd. OAC conditions apply. Includes $1,500 lease bonus. See HondaOntario.com.
TSN and TSN Plus take you courtside, showcasing the NBA's biggest stars.
Bang! Steph Curry! Oh, blocked by James!
From opening tip through the NBA Finals.
Anything's possible.
The NBA lives on TSN and TSN Plus.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
What the flock? Excuse me? What the flock? These wings are amazing.
What the flock? I mean, what are you talking about?
What the flock wings? Try one.
These are delicious. I bet the kids will love them.
Yeah, but maybe we should call them WTF wings in front of the kids?
Seriously?
Oh, yep. Now I'm hearing it.
Get the